Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are back. We will discuss in a series of videos some ideas and some parts of quantitative test. Here today we'll start by the algebra. So we'll have about 5 videos about algebra. Then we go to discuss each part of the quantitative test. The explanation is there, but we will have more explanation in each question. For example, here I start by number 1. Look, the strategy like this. Here we have the question. Then I want of you to pause the video. Then look here, we have the choices. Wait. Here, for example, I will show you the question and the choices. Then my advice to you to pause the video, try to solve it, then continue with my explanation. I will show you the answer. Here I will show you the explanation. Then I will explain the explanation, how we get it, step by step. So we will work on a lot of videos. Each video will discuss some questions. In the first 5 videos, we will discuss algebra. Most important questions in algebra. Here the first question, 1 to the power of 100 plus 1 to the power of 0 equals what? Of course, this very easy question because we have 2 rules. 1 to the power of 100, 1 to the power of any number is 1. So here the first part is 1 plus 1 to the power of 0, a number raised to the power of 0 equals 1. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. The answer is A. Here is the explanation. The answer is A. Because 1 to the power of 0 is always 1, and 1 to the power of anything is always 1. So what I mean by this? Here 1 to power any number. Here if we have 100, 99, 360, whatever, here the exponent, it will be 1. And here any number to the power of 0 equals 1. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. Here, so the answer is A. Now, let's go to other kind of questions. A number multiplied by 15 gives the number 810. What is that number? Here, look, try to use pen and paper to find the answer. Of course, this direct question, because we only need to divide 810 by 15. Some people, they can do it. Of course, before we start, we can cancel C and we can cancel D because it's not reasonable to divide 810 by 15 to get these 2 numbers. So we have 2 choices, either 50 or 54. So here we have to do it mentally, or we can do long division. My advice to you to do it long division, but fast. So 810 divide by 15. So 81 divide 15. 15 times 6 equals 90. So we have 5. Of course, in both cases, we have the first number is 5. So we know already it's 5. 5 multiplied 15, 75. So now we know it's not 0 because 81 minus 75 is 6. We don't need to continue. We know it's not 50, it's 54 because we still have here values. So 60 divided 15 was the number we multiply by 15. We get 60. It's 4. So my advice to you, before you go to GAT test, you have to know the multiplication table of numbers from 1 to 15. This is going to help you a lot. So no need to explain this question more. The next question, here they explain it. Here try it yourself. Finish the sequence 1, 3, 9, 27, 81. So here we need to find a relationship between the numbers 1, 3, 9, 27. So it's clear that we multiplied by 3. We multiply each term by 3 to get the next term. So 1 times 3, 3, 3 times 3, 9. So we need to multiply 81 by 3 directly. So look at the numbers, 243, 345. So 81 by 3. So directly I can choose this one. Why? Because, guys, 81 multiply 3. The first number, 3 times 1 is 3. So I want the ones digit to be 3. So here the only one we have, the ones digit is 3. So no need to continue. You directly choose 243. If you have two numbers and 3, so we need to continue. 3 times 8, 24. So the answer 243. Next, here I think we need approximately. By the way, the square root of 63 plus 60, we need directly to add 63 and 60. Some people, they think they can find the square root of 63 alone and 60. We cannot, because here we have plus, not multiplication. Now, if you add 60 and 63, we get 123. So we have the square root of 123. In this case, it is not 8 because 8 is the square root of 64. So here I think they need approximately, nearly. So in this case, guys, I advise you to memorize the square roots or the famous square roots like 100, the square root of 121 is 11. The square root of 144 equals 12. And the square root of 169 is 13, and so on. So you need to memorize the square roots until 15. So what I mean by this, the square root of 4 is 2, the square root of 9 is 3, the square root of, what I mean by the square root of 144 equals 12. It means 12 times 12 equals 144. So here we have the square root of 123, which is very close to 121. So the answer is 11. So he mentioned here by rounding. Here we start difficult questions. X minus y equals 5, xy equals 15. So he wants x power 2 plus y power 2. So here in this case, we need to remember, I want a relationship or I want a rule that it has these values or these quantities. If you remember, we have x, here we have x minus y equals 5. But you remember that we have x minus y power 2, this very famous rule, equals x power 2 plus. You see this rule, we have all of these relationships in it. Plus y power 2 minus 2x y. If it's here plus, we have here plus. So you need to remember these two rules. X minus y equals 5. So 5 power 2 equals 25. equals x plus x power 2 plus y power 2. That's the part that we want. We replace it by w, for example, minus 2xy. xy equals 15, so 2xy equals 30. So it's very easy here to solve this equation. We add 30 to both sides, plus 30. So w equals 55. 25 plus 30 equals 55. So let's see their comment. Yes, same. We use the same rule. Yes, x minus y, directly the same as we mentioned. It's equal 55. I replace x power 2 plus y power 2 by w because it's the missing value. It's the missing value, whatever you use, but we want x power 2 plus y power 2. In each video, we explain as much as questions we can. Here, kind of easy examples that we can solve using cross multiplication. 4 over 5 equal x over 6. Find x. So guys, you can find it directly by cross multiplication. How when you have two equal fractions, directly do cross multiplication. So directly put the missing value, which is x. What's the number we multiply by 5 by x is 5, yes? So I put it down. I multiply 4, multiply 6. Directly use this way. Here again, cross multiplication. Then x multiplied by 5 equal 4 multiplied by 6. So I put 5, which is the friend of x, down, and I multiply 4 by 6. 4 multiply 6 equals 24. 24 over 5. It's, of course, not 6, not 8, not 3. I don't know. I don't need to calculate it. It's 4.8 because 4 multiply 5 equals 20. Then we know it's 4 point something. If you want to do it, you can do it long division. 24 divide. For the guys who don't know how to make long division or how to divide a number, 24 divided by 5, for example, because we will not have a whole number. 24 divided 5, it's 4, because 4 multiply 5 equals 20. Then we subtract. So 4. Now we have remainder 4. We put 0 and dot up. 40 divided 5 equals 8. So this is the answer. We're still in the algebra part. Oh, look at these kind of questions. Now, in this kind of question, we try to simplify it as much as we can. The first step in this case, we want to isolate x. So the first thing, we take 1 to the other part, or we subtract 1 from both sides. So here we have minus 1. This is the first step. Now 5 over 3 minus 1, it means 5 over 3 minus 1, which is 3 over 3. Guys, we write 1 as 3 over 3 or 4 over 4, 5 over 5, 2 over 2, 6 over 6. It depends on the denominator to make it very easy. So 5 over 3 minus 1, which we can write as 3 over 3. We can write 1 as 3 over 3. So it becomes 2 over 3. Becomes 5 over 3 minus 3 over 3 equals 2 over 3. So what we have now in the other part, 2 over 3 in the other part. On the other side, we have 2 over 3. Here, we still have this part, 1 over 2 minus 1 over x. How we can simplify this? In my opinion, we can flip the fractions so the one will be gone, because this, we flip it, it becomes this my way, 2 minus 1 over x over 1, which will be no value for it, equals 3 over 2, equals 3 over 2. Now, the same way, we take 1 over x to the other part, and we bring 3 over 2 to this part, because I want to isolate x. So in this part, you will have 1 over x. In this part, we will have 2 minus 3 over 2. We will have the same denominator. We put here 1. We multiply this fraction by 2. It becomes 4 over 2. So we will end by this 4 over 2 minus 3 over 2 equals half. 1 over 2 equals 1 over x. We have a lot of ways to do this, but I think this is the easiest way. So x equals 2. 1 over 2 equals 1 over x. This means x equals 2. I don't want to look at their way because it may confuse you. Here, question A2. Here we cannot try the options. We cannot guess because there are some calculations. Here, guys, always try to have the same denominator. Always try to have the same denominator. If you take a look on them, you will find the denominators are 15 and 15. And here we have 7.5. So if you multiply this fraction by 2, up and down, of course, 24.5 multiply 2 equals 49. So this will become 49. Here we will have 15. So here we have the same denominator, 15, 15, 15. So we can write 15 here and do it. 49 minus 1, 48, minus 48 equals 0. So here 0 over 15, which is 0. So the answer is A. This question about ratios, you can do it mentally, which is a very easy one. Or you can do it in depending on some rules. Here, 42y is the same, which is equal 10 to 100. Find the value of y. So basically, it's very easy. It's very obvious that 42 watt equals 10 to 100. So because 10 multiplied 4 is 40, so 100 multiplied 4 is 400. But sometimes we have difficult questions or difficult ratios, so you can put them beside each other here, and you put equal between them, equal sign. So the missing number or the missing term is inside. The two numbers which is inside, the two terms which is inside, y and 10. The two terms which is outside, 140. So the missing number is inside, so which is y. So multiply the outside, 100 multiply 40, divide the other number which is inside. So 100 multiplied 40 divided 10 equals 400. These kinds of easy questions, but you should know the rule of this kind of questions. If you change the order, you change the sign. For example, here, no need to do a lot of calculations in this number 84. Here, x power 2 minus y power 2 equals quarter, 1 over 4. Find the value y power 2 minus x power 2. No need to think about this question. Directly only change the sign. X power 2 minus y power 2 equals quarter. So if you change the order, you change the sign only, the same answer. For example, guys, if we say 7 minus 3 equals 4. So if you change the order, it becomes 3 minus 7 equal, you will have the same answer 4, but in different sign, So the answer will be the same, quarter, but it should be negative. It should be negative. So let's go to other question. Now, this kind of easy question, by the way, biggest value multiplied by 7 and the outcome is less than 115. So I want the outcome when you multiply a number. This he will give me choices. So here we need to try the options, I think. Yes, 17, 14, 15, 16. My advice to you in these cases, if you don't know mentally, you try the middle number. You try the middle number, one of the middle numbers. For example, or the easy number. Let me try 15. 15 multiply 7, because the table of 15 is very easy. 15 multiply 7, 105. So I want the outcome to be less than 115, but he wants the biggest value. So now I still have chance to try 16. So let me try 16, multiply 7. I will add only 7 to 105. It equals 112. So 7 multiply 16 equals 112. If you add another 7, because you will try 117, you try 17 by 7, you will have 119. But I want the value which is less than 115. So the answer is 16. C. So the same what I said, by trying the options, we can see that 16 multiplied 7 112 and is lower than 115. If you try 17, it will exceed 112. So we stop here at 8. Now that's everything. That's all for our video today. We will have more than we have again more videos about algebra. After we finish algebra, we'll go to geometry and problem solving and comparison. We'll try to cover in this week or these 2 weeks all the videos, all the parts of quantitative part of GAT. Thank you very much. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to write in the comments, and the prof will answer them. Thank you very much.